Ladies and gentlemen, to our 9th lecture for this course, reading course. And in this 9th lecture, we're going to continue with Unit 3, the spirit of competition, Ruh al-Munafasa. In this lecture, we're going to take a reading passage called Rules of the Game. It's about playing chess. It's about chess, Shatranj. So the new vocabulary for this reading passage, we have many new vocabulary words. But before we discuss the meaning of each word, we're going to go to the vocabulary definitions, because we have some words in the new vocabulary which are defined here. So the first word with the vocabulary definitions, we have the word diminish, and diminish means to make or become less. So to make thing become less. So if we have a big quantity of something and we want to diminish it, we make it less. Slit, which means cut, when you cut with a sword or with a knife. Humility, low view of one's importance. So it's the opposite of vanity. Opposite of vanity. To bite back one's tongue, to keep quiet. To observe, to watch or listen to someone. Distract is to prevent someone from concentrating on something. Vincent here is the name, and this guy is the narrator's brother. So if you're going to read the passage, the narrator, Vincent is the narrator's brother. Life saviors, a kind of candy. A kind of candy. Okay, let's go back to the new vocabulary. So we have the first word, admirer, which means the one who loves someone, who loves, for example, a football player, a basketball player. We call him an admirer, mu'jab. The second word, avoid, which we said that means to avoid someone is to ignore him, to try to not look at him, ignore him. Avoid means tajannub. Benevolently, which means treating someone with good sense, بشكل إحسان, بشكل جيد. Bound, which is linked, means linked. Defeat, معنى هزيمة, and the opposite of defeat is victory. Desperately, بشكل مأساوي. Detour, diminish, we just discussed diminish. عملية التقليل من الشيء, to make something less. Distract, صرف انتباه. So we said that distract means to prevent someone from concentrating on something. So صرف انتباه شخص من شيء معين, that's the meaning of distract. Adequate, which means adab. Graciously, بلطف. And grin means this big smile. Hiss, which means the low voice that you hear when someone tries to hiss at your ears. So hiss is almost like a hamsa. Humility, it's the opposite of vanity, as we said. Humility, a low view of one's importance. Hurl, when you throw something, or you throw the cubes of the chess, you hurl them. Jade, it's a kind of a stone. Leap, when you jump, you leap. And lest, to be scared of someone or something. Murmur, in Arabic we call it hamhama. Observe is when you see someone, you watch or listen to someone. Observe, عملية مراقبة. Opponent, خصم. Or in English we have several words that mean the same as opponent, like rival or challenger. retort when you reply, rad. Rustle is the sounds that trees make when there's wind, they rustle. Slit, as we said, it's cut, so qas. Tablet, lawh. And tournament is a kind of competition, munafasa. Vanity, we said that vanity is the opposite of humility, so vanity is ghurur. Well tinted, done very well. Okay, we finished from the new vocabulary and we discussed the vocabulary definitions. We have some kind of synonyms and antonyms in this passage. Synonyms means a word that means almost the same or 90% the same. So the synonym of the word vanity is pride. Synonym of the word vanity. Vanity means ghurur. Pride, same thing, when you like yourself too much. Okay, so they are synonyms. The synonym of opponent, khasm, is challenger or rival. So challenger or rival means the same as opponent, khasm. The third synonym we have humility. Humility is one's low view on himself, which is the opposite of vanity. And the synonym of humility is modesty. Modesty, al-basata, modesty. Antonym. We have a big list of antonyms. Antonyms means opposites, which means العكس باللغة العربية. So antonyms, same as opposites. So the antonym or the opposite of defeat, which is hazima, is victory, intisar. The opposite of humility is pride or vanity. The opposite of avoid, tajannub, is confront, muqabala. The antonym or opposite of murmur is shout. The antonym of diminish is increase, because we said diminish when you make something less. So increase is the opposite. Increase عملية الزيادة, diminish عملية التقليل. The antonym of defeat, victory, again. I think this one is repeated by mistake. The antonym of grin is frown. So when you grin, you have a big smile, and when you frown, you make, you are a bit sad. Frown. Okay, we finished from the antonyms and synonyms. Again, synonyms means the same meaning. Okay, so a word that has a synonym, it has the same meaning or almost the same meaning. Antonym means the opposite, al-aks. Okay, we'll start with the reading passage now. So we're gonna read, starting with paragraph 1. On a cold spring afternoon, while walking home from school, I detoured through the playground at the end of our alley. So he went around the background in his alley, in his neighborhood. I saw a group of old men, two seated across a folding table, playing a game of chess. So he saw a couple of men, رأى إيش أشخاص كبيرين في السن seated and playing chess, يلعبون لعبة الchess اللي هو الشطرنج. Others smoking pipes, eating peanuts and watching. I ran home and grabbed Vincent's chess set. Okay, الناريتور المتحدث اللي الآن يكتب القطعة هذا يقول he went back home، رجع للبيت وخذ الست، خذ لعبة الشطرنج الخاصة بفينسنت. فينسنت هنا هو أخ المتحدث في القطعة. So which was bound in a cardboard box with rubber bands. I also carefully selected 2 prize rolls of life saviors. Okay, life saviors قلنا احنا, we said that life saviors is a type or a kind of candy، نوع من أنواع الحلوى. I came back to the park and approached a man who was observing the game. Okay, فرجع بعد ما أخذ الchess. He went back، رجع إلى البارك واقترب من أحد الرجال اللي كان يتابع الجيم، يتابع الآخرين اللي يلعبون chess. Want to play? I asked him. فسأل الold man, do you want to play? هل تريد اللعب? His face widened with surprise, and he grinned as he looked at the box under my arm. "Little sister, been a long time since I played with dolls," he said, smiling benevolently. I quickly put the box down next to him on the bench and displayed my retort. Lopo, as he allowed me to call him. Okay. فلوبو هذا اسم شخص، اسم الرجل اللي التقى فيه المتحدث في القطعة، اللي التقى فيه الصبي في الحديقة. His name is Lopo, as he allowed me to call him. Turned out to be a much better player than my brothers. I lost many games and many lifesavers, but over the weeks, with each diminishing roll of candies, I added new secrets. Lopo gave me the names. أعطاه لوبو بعض أسرار اللعبة، بعض الحركات اللي يقوم فيها في لعبة الchess. The double attack from east and the west shores, throwing stones on the drowning man, the sudden meeting of the clan, the surprise from the sleeping god, the humble servant who kills the king, sand in the eyes of dancing forces, double killing without blood. There were also the fine points of chess etiquette. Keep captured men in neat rows. Okay, keep captured men. What's the meaning of keep captured men? Captured men is when your opponent catches one of your chess men. Captured men لما يلعب شخص ضد شخص آخر لعبة الchess و ينصب فخ أو يضع أحد يأخذ أحد وزرائه أو الحراس، فهذا الحارس أو هذا الوزير يعتبر captured man. As well-tended prisoners. Never announce check with vanity, lest someone with an unseen sword slit your throat. Never hurl pieces into the sandbox after you have lost the game, because then you must find them again by yourself. After apologizing to all around you, by the end of the summer, Lopo had taught me all he knew, and I had become a better chess player. في نهاية الصيف لوبو علمه كل أسرار اللعبة، كل الأسرار اللي يعرفها، فبعد كذا أصبح المتحدث هنا الصبي لاعب جيد في الشطرنج في الchess. A small weekend crowd of Chinese people and tourists would gather as I played and defeated my opponents one by one. My mother would join crowds during these outdoor games. She sat proudly on the bench, telling my admirers with proper Chinese humility, "Is luck." A man who watched me play in the park suggested that my mother allow me to play in local chess tournaments. My mother smiled graciously, an answer that meant nothing. I desperately wanted to go, but I bet back my tongue. I knew she would not let me play among strangers. So as we walked home, I said in a small voice that I didn't want to play in the local tournament. They would have American rules. Okay, فأخبر والدته فأحد الأشخاص أعطاهم suggestion أن الفتى يشارك في international tournament في الchess في الشطرنج، لكن والدته في مبدئيا رفضت، فقالت له you will participate، راح تشارك في local tournaments، في منافسات داخلية، لكنه رفض مشاركة في المنافسات الداخلية. السبب أن لديهم American rules، لديهم قوانين أمريكية، فبسبب القوانين الأمريكية if I lost I would bring shame on my family، لأنه يعتقد أنه راح ينهزم إذا كانت اللعبة فيها قواعد أمريكية. Paragraph 8. Is shame you fall down, nobody push you, said my mother. During my first tournament, my mother sat with me in the front row as I waited for my turn. I frequently bounced my legs to unstick them from the cold metal seat of the folding chair. When my name was called, I leaped up. My mother unwrapped something in her lap. It was her chang, a small tablet of red jade which held the sun's fire. His luck. اوكي ففي احد المنافسات والدته طلعت الشانغ عبارة عن حجر هذا is luck. الحجر هذا يجلب ايش؟ luck، يجلب الحظ. She whispered and tucked it into my dress pocket. I turned to my opponent, a 15-year-old boy from Auckland. He looked at me, wrinkling his nose. As I began to play, the boy disappeared. The color ran out of the room, and I saw only my white pieces and his black ones waiting on the other side. A light wind began blowing past my ears. It whispered secrets only I could hear. Paragraph 11. Blow from the south, it murmured. The wind leaves no trail. I saw a clear path, the traps to avoid. The crowd rustled. Shh, shh, said the corners of the room. The wind blew stronger. Throw sands from the east to distract him. The night came forward ready for the sacrifice. The wind hissed, louder and louder. Blow, blow, blow. He cannot see. He is blind now. Make him lean away from the window so he is easier to knock down. Check, I said. As the wind roared with laughter, the wind died down to little puffs, my own breath. Okay, check. Check when you say check. لما يقول لاعب الشطرنج check, it means that I win. You know, you only say check when you win. فقط الواحد يقول check في لعبة الشش في لعبة الشطرنج عندما ينتصر. When you win, you say check. Okay, this is the end of the reading passage. Now we will discuss some multiple choice questions. Some of these multiple choice questions are sentence that you have to complete, and some of them sentence that you have to find the meaning of a word, and some of them is a sentence that says whether to find the synonym or the antonym of a word. نوعية المultiple choice questions في هذا القطعة أو في معظم القطع يا تكون شكل أكمل، أنك تكمل أو تكملين السنتنس، أو أنه يكون بشكل البحث عن المعنى العكس أو معنى المرادف، أو يكون البحث عن معنى كلمة أو تعريف كلمة معينة. first multiple choice، أول multiple choice عندنا to bite back one's tongue. أوكي، الآن هذا يبغى معنى كلمة، الكلمة أو معنى phrase. to bite back one's tongue، شو اللي تعني to bite back one's tongue؟ لما تكلمنا عن هذا في المعاني في الكلمات والتعريف، وقلنا ان احنا هذه معنى to keep quiet، انك تصمت. to bite back one's tongue انك تصمت. فالإجابة راح تكون B، keep quiet. to keep quiet B. Number 2, the boy didn't want to play in the local tournament because they have. الفتى رفض أن يلعب في المنافسات المحلية. السبب لأن لديهم إيش؟ American rules A، B Spanish rules، C Asian rules، D Chinese rules. إذا احنا رجعنا للقطعة راح نشوف فقط هناك في ذكر للأمريكان rules، only American rules. فالإجابة بتكون A American rules. The boy didn't want to play in the local tournament because they have American rules. Number 3, the boy played in the park against a man called. Okay, الفتى اللي هو متحدث اللي يحدثنا عن القصة لعب في الحديقة ضد شخص أو رجل يطلق عليه A. Vincent B. Lobo C. Stan D. Jack. أوكي. فينسنت قلنا أن فينسنت هو أخ الفتى هذا، وهو ما لعب مع فينسنت، لم يلعب مع فينسنت. سي. ستان، the name ستان، اسم ستان غير موجود بتاتا في القطعة. أيضا جاك غير موجود بتاتا في القطعة. فيتبقى لنا إجابة واحدة للو هو B. فالإجابة هي إيش؟ P. The answer is P. The answer is B. Number 4. When a person wins a game of chess, he or she says. لما شخص يفوز في لعبة الشطرنج، في لعبة الشيس، يقول إيش؟ Captured man, lose, die أو check. الإجابة هي B. Check. when a person wins a game of chess, he or she says check. B. Okay, number 5. The opposite of the word avoid. عكس كلمة avoid. avoid قلنا احنا بمعناته يتجنب. هل هي A. connect connect يشبكها تتواصل، arrange يرتب، confront يواجه، أو get away يرحل. الإجابة الصحيحة هي إيش؟ C. confront. The opposite of the word avoid is confront. Number 6. The word slit means burn حرق، cut قطع، cheat غش، أو fry قلي. slit means cut. Slit means cut. B. Number 7. The synonym of the word humility. مرادف كلمة humility is pride فخر، modesty challenge منافسة، shame. The synonym of the word humility is modesty تواضع. humility means التواضع، modesty means التواضع. فالإجابة الصحيحة هي B. modesty. The right answer is B. modesty. Okay, we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.